if you're in waiting rooms or some kind of small, compact area. If you have a call that comes in and it's something that you must take and you're in a waiting room or a small space, step outside and take that call rather than subjecting everyone there in the room to the details of your conversation. It's rude. We don't want to hear it. It's rude. It's been a while since we did an etiquette video. The last time, I believe, was where I talked about brunch etiquette. I'll link that video in the cards so that you can take a peek at that as well. I want to try to incorporate these types of videos into my channel a lot more. And today we're going to be talking about cell phone etiquette. It's fair to say that cell phones are pretty ubiquitous, right, in our society today. Their use has spread around the globe, and it's really hard to think of someone who doesn't have one. I work in international development and relief professionally, and we used to share the statistic a few years back that more people in the world have a cell phone than a toilet. And it's true. I have been to the far reaches of this globe, and you will find a goat herd with a cell phone but no running water. And so it's really interesting how this technology has really pervaded our society. We have had these devices en masse for a little more than 20 years now, so we should have a better understanding on the etiquette around their use. Remember that etiquette is not about being performative, but it is about consideration of others and having a shared set of norms so that as we live in this world together, it's a lot more smooth and friendly and collegial. I liken it to driving. When we have a shared understanding of the rules of the road, we keep each other safe and, everyone's still off to do whatever they need to do for the day. So hello friends, and welcome back to Coop. Coop is a place where we talk about travel, luxury, lifestyle planning, and everyday entertaining. So I welcome you here to my channel. If you are new here, please comment below. We love to get things going and discuss things in the comments. Please like this video and please subscribe. It helps me out a great deal. So let's get on to the topic at hand. We're talking today about cell phone etiquette. For many people these days, the mobile phone is the only phone they have. I know for us in our household, we do not have a landline, so our phones travel with us wherever we go. So let's talk about how we should be using our phones in public. Now, we all know that our phones are practically an extension of ourselves these days. Most people out there in the world, they don't mind a short, quiet call at the grocery store aisle to double check your list, or if you're in the theater lobby waiting for friends, you want to let them know that you've arrived, you got the tickets. When you've made it through security at the airport, you want to say, I'm waiting to board, I'm here. Or if your plane has landed and you'll be waiting outside, the key word, I believe, is short and quiet in public. Here are some places where you should take care when using your phone audibly. On the street, avoid cell yell. Everybody's outside. We know, we're excited about it. But the tendency to speak with that outside voice on the phone is a very real phenomenon. It is also poor cell phone etiquette. Don't shout into your phone while walking outdoors. Talking loudly is both intrusive and inconsiderate. Watch out for others when you're on a crowded sidewalk as well. Don't get so involved in talking on your phone that you bump into people that are passing by. For safety's sake, pay special attention when crossing the streets. I think that is one big pet peeve of mine, is people that aren't paying attention because they're on a phone call, and a lot of times that's unnecessary. And I'm not talking about the times where it's an actual emergency. You need to get to your kids. You need to deal with something that is really an emergency. But a lot of times those conversations can wait till you're in a more private location, within your office, within your home, within some other the privacy of your parked car, that sort of thing. Many things can wait. Another place is in stores. Now, no one should be slowed down in a checkout line because you're having a fashion crisis and you need to call your girlfriend for advice. Also, it's really disrespectful to the cashier who's trying to serve you and to those that may be waiting. Another spot, in restaurants. When you're in a restaurant, especially with others, focus on engaging with them rather than being in a long conversation on your phone or staring down into your phone texting. One thing that you can practice is don't put your phone on the table. It's not necessary to do so because the temptation is going to be there to pick it up. And our phones are pretty dirty anyway. Just really focus in on the moment and the people that you're with. It's nice to do that. Our phones are not that important, and we are not that important that we have to take in every single phone call that rings. I think there's a psychology behind that. Here I go getting off topic, but on topic a little bit. That when the phone rings or when my email dings or when the alert happens, I have to answer. I have to look at it right away. You're not that important. It really is okay to wait. It really is okay to look at it later. If it is an emergency, people will reach you. But most of the time, it is, the latest alert, the latest text that can be responded to later. Be present in your life. It really, really makes a difference when you are present. It makes you more calm. It makes you face the world a little bit better. And it is courteous to those that you're with. If you're in waiting rooms or some kind of small, compact area, if you have a call that comes in and it's something that you must take and you're in a waiting room or a small space, step outside and take that call rather than subjecting everyone there in the room to the details of your conversation. It's rude. We don't want to hear it. It's rude. If you're in transportation, whether you're driving your own car, distracted driving, we know now is a very serious issue. You don't want to be distracted while driving. It's okay to be hands-free, but make sure that you're not being distracted from, watching the road and that sort of thing. If your call or your text can wait, let it wait. When you're the driver. Now, if you're not the driver and you're just in the car, fine. But still, if other people are around you, keep your conversation to a minimum if you can. If you're on an airplane, now is not the time for a loud phone conversation. While you're waiting to take off or when you land, try texting. It's just better. When you're on a bus or a train, again, texting is the better option. Those around you do not need to know the intimate details of what you're having for dinner, where you're going, what is going on in this person's life or that person's life. Keep your business to yourself in that way and just be courteous of others that are traveling. Here are a few other don'ts that I want to talk about with you. Leaving your ringer on in a quiet place or even a not so quiet place. Just leaving your ringer on when it's just not the appropriate place. So, imagine you're at the movies and, Denzel Washington is about to make his impassioned speech and then somebody's phone goes off. A ringing phone can cause even a greater disturbance in a concert or a house of worship. You're in church, child. Turn it off or switch it to vibrate if you must. But turning it off is a better option. You can have your phone off for a time. It's okay. And my pet peeve, Don't light your phone up in a dark theater. It's annoying. Be mindful in theaters and restaurants and plays and performances, in church, and the list goes on and on. People have, paid their money for an experience, and here's your phone going off. Also, remember, try not to use your speakerphone in public. It's just, again, it's rude. Another big don't is ignoring those people that are with you. I touched on that a little bit when I talked about restaurants. Wherever you are, when you're with someone else, don't make phone calls, answer phone calls, or text during a face-to-face conversation. By doing so, you're making whoever you're with feel second best, and that your phone or your phone call matters more than they do. Ladies, if you're on a date, a first date, you're getting to know someone, tune into the person you're with. There will be plenty of other opportunities to take photos of your food, to take video of yourself, to take a selfie of what you have on. But when you're on a first date or you're entertaining someone new, give them that personal connection. It's better. Another thing, avoid discussing personal topics in an area where others can hear you. Save those conversations for when you're in private. Be aware of your ringtone. For those people who are stuck, 10, 15 years ago with the crazy and the wild ringtones, be aware that your ringtone says a lot about you. And so when it goes off in your workplace, in church, or, some other location, be mindful of that. If you must have a ringtone in 2023, don't choose anything that is too loud or obnoxious, please. And then, let's talk about photos and video and taking photos and videos with our phone. I do believe that people have a right to privacy, and you also have a right to take your photos and your video of your experiences as well. But always ask, if someone else is going to be in your video, ask if it's okay when taking photos and videos, especially in public places where others are around you. Try to avoid getting other people into your videos unless they have given consent to be a part of your experience. So those are the things that I have on my list. Do you have any other things to add? Do you have any other things that you would take away? Do you have things you disagree with? Let's talk about it down in the comments. So before we wrap up, remember, using our phones in public is all about finding that sweet spot between staying connected and being courteous to those around us. So let's spread good vibes and good phone manners. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as always, stay kind, stay connected, and stay tuned for more videos. Let's talk about this in the comments. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this. Take care, everyone. And until next time, thanks for watching.